Hi guys, welcome to today's video. I'm so excited. Today is the day we're going to be talking about curriculum for the next school year, the 2025-2026 school year. I'm going to have a second grader and a kindergartner, and I'm just so excited to show you guys what we're going to be doing, so let's just get right into it. Hi, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Sam and I am a stay-at-home mom to 3 kiddos. We have Mr. 7, who is our second grader this year. We have Miss 5, my kindergartner. And of course, we have Mr. Toddler. We cannot forget him. Even though he is not a part of our homeschool day, he is strategically napping while we are doing homeschool. But he is obviously a part of our lives, and I'm so excited to share what we will be doing this year in our homeschool. So I'm going to start off with our group subjects. Obviously, these are things we're going to do together. The first thing I want to say, though, is I'm not going to share any of my Catholic curriculum and books in this video. I'm going to make a separate video for that just because it's going to be chatty. It might be a little longer. There's lots of stuff to share there. This is going to be everything else that we're doing, though. So first things first, let's talk about science. We had an awesome year last year with science, and we're going to continue with what we were doing. So we have Fields and Flowers from The Good and the Beautiful, the Little Hearts and Hands chorus. We did Wind and Waves and Sparks and Stars last year. Loved them. So we're going to continue right along here. So we have Fields and Flowers, and we have Bones and Stones. My kids are very excited about both of these. They also announced the final course in this Little Hearts and Hands series, Nests and Burrows. I am going to get it, and I'm also going to try to do it this year. We did 2 courses last year, and it worked out perfectly for us. I also took a huge break off for science during December and January. We did like holiday stuff in December, and then in January I did like Pinteresty seasonal activities. So that was like 2 months I didn't do science. So I think I can get probably half of Nests and Burrows done this year is kind of what I'm thinking. I don't want to say I'm going to be able to do all 3 completely, but I should be able to at least do half, and then we'll finish the second half up the following year with new things I'm excited about. I've already planned ahead. That's just how we roll here. So that's kind of the plan for science. At least 2, possibly 2.5 Little Hearts and Hands. Doubtful that I'll get through all 3. I don't want to stress myself out to try to do 3. 2 was really good last year. I'm sure I can do a little bit more. So I'm aiming for like 2.5. 2.5 of them will be completed by the end of this school year. All right, the next thing I have is we are going to be doing U.S. geography and history this year, which is going to be new for us. I kind of had a plan to, okay. Let's see if we can like explain this. This is what's been in my brain. So I backwards homeschool mom mathed backwards. Is that a phrase? I'm making it a phrase. And I figured out that I wanted to start our history like 4-year cycle when my oldest was in 3rd grade. So I'd have a 3rd grade and a 1st grader when we started on ancients. And so I was kind of like, what do we do during, like his kindergarten, 1st, 2nd grade years? So that's why last year we did world geography. It was just geography. It was just fun. And this year we're going to do U.S. geography and some light history, although I have a ton of books. So we're not going to get into like everything U.S. history. My plan is to do from like Vikings and exploration all the way through the 1800s. I don't want to touch the 1900s modern day at all. I don't want to do the 1900s at all. I don't want to talk about the world wars yet. Just like how the U.S. came to be the way it is, the founding fathers, all of that. We're going to be doing that, and then we're going to do a 50 states unit study. We did, like I said, a world geography last year, and it was just an Etsy download, and so this is a very similar download. There's just one for each state. So we have up there at the top is the United States. You color in the state. It has the flower and the bird, and you can write it here too. Then we have the abbreviation, the state capital, nickname, the region, drawing the state flag, and then this bottom part says the motto. So just simple stuff. I could honestly just do this on its own, but I am going to do some US history before we, tackle ancients and go back in time to also an entire world that they're not familiar with. So I thought, let's do US history. That's where we live. Let's kind of get like an idea and then go back in time. That's kind of my plan. So that's what we're going to be doing. I have a ton of books. I decided I'm not using a curriculum for the US history. I'm just using books. So I'm going to be kind of unit studying this, breaking it up. So I have a ton of books. I'm not going to share all of them in this video. I also have a bunch on order that are coming, and I'm going to be utilizing the library. So these are the ones that I have that I'm just gonna show you. So I have this entire series from Betsy Maestro, The Discovery of the Americas, Exploration and Conquest. So this is the whole series. I have the whole thing. The New Americas, or the New Americans, sorry, colonial times. So it's kind of what they look like on the inside. So they are full of information, good pictures. What's this one? Struggle for a Continent, Liberty or Death, A New Nation, and then I think a lot of people are familiar with this one, A More Perfect Union, The Story of Our Constitution. I also have the Statue of Liberty one, and this one is on Ellis Island. So there's that. We're not really going to talk about Ellis Island all that much, but I just have the whole series, so there's that. I also have some more books here that I just grabbed to show you. History Uncovered. So this one's kind of cool because it there's like a hole. You see that? Okay. And it grows as the United States grows to what it looks like today. There we go. So that'll be a cool one to have. I also have like a really nice American history encyclopedia for kids that I have on order that's coming. Tons of books. Again, I'll share those in a different haul, and maybe throughout the year I'll kind of show you the books I used for each unit study. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And then at the end of the year, we'll review everything, of course. I also have this one on the state capitals. Kind of looks like that. So again, this will be a good one for the like US geography portion, doing those state pages. And then I also have these two that I've had, but I didn't really do any US government last year like I thought I might. Again, it just fits better with this year. That's cool. I like buying things early and just having them on hand for when we need them. So I have this one on the Constitution. This book is really cool. Cool, lift the flaps. And just, it breaks everything down. It's so cool. Love this book. The other one that I have that I thought would be really cool is this is like a, did you guys ever read Shakespeare in high school, or like the version that had what Shakespeare wrote, and then like, how do I put this? The modern version, like the kind that maybe you might understand better on one side. So that's how this is broken up. It's the Declaration piece by piece. You have the original text and then the plain English over here, so you can, understand it better. And then there's information along the bottom, different pictures, additional information. So I think this is going to be really cool to look through as well, so my kids can understand the Declaration of Independence. And yes, we'll be watching National Treasure when we do that, because that movie is a classic. I don't care who says otherwise. You are not a millennial if you have not seen National Treasure. Okay, so that's kind of all the stuff for U.S. history and geography. We are also going to be doing a character study this year. I thought it was a good time to start doing that. So I have had these, and it just never kind of organically worked in our homeschool or in our house in general. So I have all these character cards from September & Co. And I have the whole set. I also have the table manners one. And the character study though has the unit studies that you can get the downloads, or you can get the box or whatever. But I have all the downloads. I got them on a super sale. I have all 12 of them. They have like a youth. I can't remember what they're called. There's like a beginning one for like younger years, and then like a youth one for like older kids. So I have the beginner one, the younger one. So the character cards themselves are really nice. They have whatever it is on the front. And then on the back, there's like what it means. And then it says, I can. And then it gives you like some things that you can do for that, whatever the character is. And then there's a Bible verse at the bottom. So there's self-control, attentiveness, kindness, cheerfulness, helpfulness, honesty, diligence, obedience, gratefulness, love, patience, and respect. So that's all the cards. And like I said, I have all the studies for them. I'm not exactly sure yet how I'm going to do them, how often, or like, I'm thinking it'll be like 4 to 6 weeks for each one. So there's no way we'll get through all of them. I'm trying to plan out like which one I want to start with. I know I kind of want to do the gratefulness one through like around Thanksgiving, maybe through like Christmas, like that might be our holiday one. So I'm not exactly sure. There's a lot of stuff with the download, so I just have to figure out how I want to do it. But yeah, we're going to be starting these this year, and I'm excited for that. I think this is going to be a good time to start doing that. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing with that. So that's all of our group subjects. Now for our individual subjects, none of this should honestly be a surprise if you've watched my videos before. So let's start with my kindergartner. So she did a bunch of preschool stuff last year. We did not quite finish. So we have like a third left of the pre-writing part 2 for from The Good and the Beautiful. So we're going to finish that up. And then we also have a half of the kindergarten prep left. There's only 30 lessons in this. The preschool course had, I want to say, about 90 lessons. I don't know. It was 7 units. I want to say it was about 90 lessons. That took us most of the year to do. Yeah, I think it was around 90 to 100 lessons. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to guess. So we didn't finish this one. This one's only, like I said, 30 lessons, so we're halfway. So we're going to finish this up, and then we'll move into the kindergarten stuff. I think it's valuable to finish this. My son did all of, these things too before, he started kindergarten, so I just want to make sure everything's mastered. We got it down. I'm not really worried about it. I'm pretty sure we'll finish the preschool stuff like the first 4, 5, 6 weeks. So we always start school in July, and then I purposefully take off the week that the public school kids go back to school. I just think it's somehow like some weird sense of humor that I have to take that week off. So kind of that July, August, those first few weeks, I think we'll get this done. And then after we come back from our first break, we should be in all of the kindergarten stuff. So that is what I have right here. I have it broken up by unit. So here's the language arts course. And we have, let's see, the math course here. So we might actually start the math one. We'll see how she's feeling doing the preschool stuff, but possibly may start math. We'll just have to see about that one. So we have math. Again, I broke it up into the units. I print all these myself. And then again, the handwriting. So exciting to be doing that with her, kindergarten. And then I had to pull out the booster cards that my son did. So it's kind of cute to like revisit something. You have such strong memories with your oldest doing things, and then when the next one's doing it, it's like, oh, I remember doing that. So I'm feeling all the feels about starting kindergarten with her. And then for Mr. 7, my second grader, so I decided is going to start kind of like a gratitude journal. He's going to start kind of working on his like individual prayer time, just kind of being a little more introspective. So I got a gratitude journal for him. This one's a space one. I had to get a space one. Some of the pages are a little repetitive, so I'm not sure how often I'm going to have him do this, but once or twice a week probably. And I think this is just going to be something for him to do by himself, which was the other reason I wanted him to have a few things to do by himself, because I will need to dedicate more time to my kindergartner this year. So That's like something extra for him. And let's see. Okay, so for him, make sure I grab all the right stuff here. Okay, so kindergarten level, or sorry, I got all confused. Handwriting level 2 from The Good and the Beautiful for him. And I'm not sure that we're really going to be doing this year. Possibly. He's expressed a lot of interest in it. So I have it. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. Well, possibly. Maybe. But I have typing 1. I feel like maybe not this year. He wants to do it though, so we're going to give it a go. We'll see how if it happens, if it goes well. So I have it. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Okay, and then we have language arts level 2 from The Good and the Beautiful as well. Again, I broke it up into the units. That's just easier than one big coil and one big book, I think. Okay, and then we have math. Now, he actually already started level 2 this past year because he's just, math comes easily to him. So we actually already started the first unit. And so even if he hadn't started the first unit, usually he finishes math first a couple months early. So again, that's why we started it early. So he is undoubtedly going to finish this early because he's, 1, already started it, and 2, he just goes through it quickly. So we will start level 3 whenever that happens. I don't have level 3 printed. That'll be like probably around Christmas or shortly thereafter. I'll have to start printing it for him. So yes, we have already started and we'll be doing that with him. So that is everything that we will be doing this year. Again, I will have a separate video with all my Catholic stuff, so that'll be coming next. So stay tuned, subscribe if you're not already, so you can see that if that's something you're interested in. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've used anything down below. If you have any like history read alouds for younger kids, I have so many on my list, but they've got to be at least in upper elementary school, I think, for some of them. So I really wanted to get a lot more than what I did get, but there's no rush. We're gonna cycle through history a few times. There's plenty of chances to read some of those like U.S. history, historical fiction classics. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Give this a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you guys all in the next video real soon. Bye.